What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another Zomedica update. Everybody, what a Friday we had. I just can't believe, how amazing Zomedica is recovering. It is so good to finally see it wake back up after the long dip that it's been having over the last few weeks. Since middle of February, we're finally back to, approximately where we were prior to the dip. Now again, Zomedica currently is sitting at $2.30 a share, and I think we're going to continue to see momentum moving forward. Remember guys, my videos are not for financial advice. I'm just here to put you guys on the plays that I am on. So moving forward, I'm going to continue to, of course, focus on Zomedica, and sorry that I've just been covering it so much, but regardless, the reason is the short-term catalyst is almost here. Now, before I continue on the video, I want to announce, finally, you probably are aware, we hit the 20,000 subscriber milestone. Guys, without every single one of you here, this would have not been possible. For everyone that's been liking, commenting, I never ask you guys to do these things. I don't ask you guys to subscribe. I don't ask you to like the videos, but you guys are doing that automatically. And again, I'm just so glad that people are enjoying the content. You're getting, the education, those kind of pieces, not financial advice, of course, but you are getting the pieces that you are looking for. So I hope to continue to do this, day over day, over the whole 2021, 2022. I just hope that this is something that I can continue to do, forever. Who knows how long? So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everybody that has subscribed, shared the videos, and joined us on this journey. It has been nothing short of fantastic. And a quick update also is I finally launched the Your Pursuit of Purpose merch store. I just blanked out there because how excited I am. So the merch store is live. Shout out to my wife. She's the one who actually created the design by hand. She did all of the steps, which I'm forever grateful, because I would have not been able to do anything like she did. So everybody, feel free to click, it's down on the banner below. You can click any of the designs just to check it out. If there's something that you're interested, hopefully you would want to get in and get some of that Your Pop merch. Again, Pursuit of Purpose. People have been asking me, what is Your Pop? What is the POP? Before I created this stock specific channel, it was a podcast that I actually ran. And Pop, again, Your Pop is your pursuit of purpose. Because again, I have this not true necessarily, but strong feeling that the reason that everyone is brought into this world, there's of course a purpose behind it. We don't know what that purpose is, but that's what we're in the pursuit of. We're trying to identify what is our purpose. Why are we here? What are we trying to achieve? Why were we brought to this world? And again, once you find that purpose, that's when happiness happens. So the pursuit of happiness is actually the pursuit of purpose. Now, let's get back into the Zomedica video. So 229 is where Zomedica is sitting, 230 actually with the aftermarket. So what a fantastic day it had in the market. And I think, again, because the True Pharma launch is so close, guys, we are 2 weeks away from the launch. We're going to continue to see this rise up. So today I want to talk about something that someone from the Discord, Dave, if you don't know Dave, come join us on the Discord. Fantastic guy, knows all about the stock market. He's been in it for a long time, but he talked to me about potentially explaining a GTC order for something like Zomedica to protect your wealth. Because I talk about trailing stop losses, but there's also other ways to also protect your wealth if it hits levels where you want it to be. So again, the big thing that happened on Friday that caused this stock to continue to rise, of course, people maybe are in anticipation, started getting in on trading Zomedica, buying shares, etc. So if you could see the trade volume, 101 million, almost 102 million shares that were exchanged between person to person in the market for Zomedica only, which is just, those are amazing numbers. I love to see it. And again, I will hope that volume will continue to increase week over week leading up to the True Pharma launch. So guys, as we look at technicals prior to this video and the videos that I've continued to talk about resistance points. So $2.24 was a resistance that we finally broke out of. And you can see here the next resistance is actually at $2.83. So I'm confident that if we can break that 283 resistance point, we will see this stock continue to rise and hopefully break the previous highs of right around $3. So if we could break that $3, guys, there's no slowing down Zomedica. But with that being said, at the same time, we need to ensure that every single one of you can protect your wealth while you are, investing in Zomedica, especially if you've been in with me anywhere near the 40 cents to 50 cents and you're holding strong, because I see it in the comments. Comment down below, what is your entry point for Zomedica? And, have you set a trailing stop loss where it was met? Tell us down below. All right. So we know the True Forma is launching again end of March 2021. This is something that I've stressed in my previous videos. Please feel free to go back and watch them if you want to know. I did a deep dive. I did everything that we want to know about it. But regardless, the big thing here that I want to talk about today is what a GTC order is. And I'm going to do that looking at the penny stock portfolio. So I'm going to close this here. So as you guys know, this is my 1K to 10K penny stock portfolio. We started with $1,000 and the goal is to go from about $1,000 to $10,000, however long it takes. Regardless, we want to make sure that we know how we're trading each of these stocks. So a lot of these companies that we are in, NMTR, 9 Meters Biopharma, Zomedica, of course, the one I'm going to touch on today, Acosti Pharma, all of these here are stocks that have pretty high price targets, strong fundamentals, in my opinion, that will potentially do well in the short term. And again, with that being said, we're going to be able to trade these stocks, buy different ones, but the only thing we're not allowed to do with this challenge is increase our buying power with external funding. So no more additional funding, only from trading these stocks. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, again, obviously we were hit pretty hard with the dip last week. So if we look at even the 1 month here, we got down to, it was a little less than that, 683. So we've recovered nicely since, thankfully. But regardless, almost back to the break-even point. So the thing I was going to talk about today, everybody, is, again, after talking to Dave, it's a GTC, good till canceled order. So if you're like me, I work a job, I'm a full-time employee. As you guys know, I am a pharmacist. So again, my job demands me to kind of be focused and, not really, I can't pay attention to things like my portfolio throughout the day at work. So unfortunately, I start in the morning. Yes, I have breaks, I have a lunch, etc. So in those times, maybe I'll take a glance. But otherwise, I can't, hyper focus on my portfolio like a day trader might be, advantaged to do so. But regardless, if you pull up, this is just Robinhood, but any platform, any trading platform that you're on. I'm a big fan of Webull. You do get 2 free stocks if you deposit $100 with my link below. But regardless, I'm a huge fan of Webull, but I used Robinhood for this because, again, when it comes to user friendliness and user design, I really like the layout of their website. So if you click on your stock for Zomedica, you go to the sell Zomedica. We've talked about the trailing stop losses, right? So the thing here is, if you go to this drop down, there's something called a limit order, and then what we talked about is the trailing limit order, and then stop loss order. So one thing that I have not talked about is a good till canceled order. So for Zomedica here under this drop down, you could do something called a limit order. So if you click limit order, whatever price you are wanting to get out of Zomedica at, or even, it doesn't have to be all your shares, a significant amount, at what price point would you be happy with the gains that you've made? Is it for Zomedica $3? You can set it right there. Is it $5? Right? You could set it there. Whatever it might be, identify at a point, where you'd be happy with the gains that you've made. Because we can't get too greedy, And holding shares is a good thing, but I've talked about it. I'm anticipating there's going to potentially be a sell-off, for the new investors that are going to be getting in. Buying in, again, the rumor, when launch happens, selling the dip. So this is just one tool to protect your wealth, especially if the stock gets up to, say, $4. Let's just set it there. And we know for the challenge, we have 100 shares of Zomedica. That's actually kind of cool. I didn't know we had exactly 100 shares. But regardless, if you put about, say I don't want to sell all 100 shares, I want to sell 75% of my shares at $4. You set the amount of shares there. Instead of good till day, you'll drop down good till canceled, or a GTC order. If your order doesn't execute, it'll expire in 90 days. That is the option you want to do. And that allows this order to execute during extended hours. Just mark that as yes, hit review order, and then it's going to tell you sell there. So of course, I'm not going to do that because I'm not looking to sell Zomedica at $4. But again, that's something I'm trying to identify on our way up. I want to see how momentum moves moving forward. So as the overall market decided to finally come back up, let me cancel out of this because I don't want to sell my Zomedica shares right now. But regardless, as the overall market decides to recover, I'm hoping that Zomedica can continue to do well and continue to rise, not just linear, but more exponentially towards a True Forma launch. So people have asked me, what is my price target, right? I have not identified one yet. There's articles around there, and it seems like there's becoming this psychological wall at right around $5. So with that being said, because articles, right? You probably saw it on Investor Place, MarketBeat, etc. All these different platforms, all these different news sources saying there's a $5 target. That makes you think, hey, if Zomedica gets to 5, people are going to sell out quickly. So because of that, we have to strategically, get into the habit of not waiting till that $5 mark, but maybe a little before. But again, who knows what's going to happen? Momentum can drive a stock way over a price target. It all depends on how the overall market is doing, to make sure that, if the market's doing well, Zomedica's going to do well, but I think it's going to do just a little above that even. So as always, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I will be covering more stocks as I do. As you guys can go back and historically see, Zomedica is not the only stock that I talk about, but it's one that I truly, truly believe in, short and long term. So with that being said, I do want to protect everyone's wealth. So we will set our GTC orders. Hopefully, I'll identify that and then let you guys know what I'm going to be doing. You don't have to do the same thing, of course, because I'm not a financial advisor. I could be completely wrong, and Zomedica can go to $10, $20. Why not? It is possible. Anything is possible in the stock market. So thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, everybody, keep investing.